Well, good morning, and thanks for watching the Market Day Report. I'm Janet Atkinson. Well, the House GOP has pushed through its version of the Farm Bill in a vote of 213 to 211. The legislation is earning wide praise throughout the agricultural community. Joining us now is American Farm Bureau's Director of Congressional Relations, Andrew Walmsley. Andrew, thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. What is AFBF's reaction to the passage?
Well, we're obviously excited and thrilled. This is an important milestone to move us forward in the whole Farm Bill process. We needed to get this bill through the House, a very strong Farm Bill for agriculture. There's some disagreement. It was very partisan, but at least we had faith in Chairman Conaway, leadership in the House to move this bill forward. So we're absolutely thrilled that this part is done, and we're pivoting to getting ready to see some action in the Senate next week.
Now, of course, we understand that immigration held it up last month whenever they didn't pass it the first time. What helped pass it yesterday that didn't happen in May?
Well, we had always understood ever since we kind of had the letdown in May, it was an immigration issue. There was a demand made there by a certain segment of the Republican conference wanting to have a vote on a specific immigration measure. That took place, and then we were able to immediately vote on the Farm Bill. So that had been our understanding from the beginning. Those members that had made those demands kept their word, that they didn't necessarily have an issue with foreign policy, but wanted to have the opportunity to discuss immigration. So that was always our understanding, and that's what took place yesterday.
Well, of course, it's not the end-all, be-all. There's a lot more steps to go through, but what do you think of the House version overall?
Overall, it's a good bill. It provides certainty to farmers and ranchers. The key components are protected in the bill when it comes to crop insurance, the commodity title. Are there tweaks we'd like to see? Absolutely. But getting the bill through the House chamber, the movement we're starting to see in the Senate with them potentially coming to the floor next week, gives us an opportunity to address those in conference. So overall, a good bill to start with and an important step in the process to getting a farm bill done this year.
So, Andrew, what is next in the process? When do we expect to maybe see the Senate take theirs up on the floor?
Yeah, so our understanding is the Senate is to begin consideration of their bill on Monday evening. So they'll start probably not voting till Tuesday, start going through amendments. That's something that we'll be very diligently going through, obviously encouraging our Farm Bureau members, farmers and ranchers to do just like they did in the House, stay engaged and encourage passage. We're going to need them to do that again next week in the Senate. So we could have both bills through their respective chambers before the July 4th recess, and then the opportunity to work in a conference over the next few months.
Now, Andrew, of course, the Senate's version got a lot of praise for being a bipartisan effort. With that in mind, do we expect it to move through the Senate pretty fast? Is there the support?
I definitely think the support is there. I think there's a lot of optimism in the Senate. It has been a bipartisan measure. Chairman Roberts, Ranking Member Stabenow have worked very hard to keep it that way. We had a very successful markup with a 20-to-1 affirmative vote coming out of committee. So you've got a lot of members already on record in support of the bill. So that definitely just helps in the process. So I think we could see a really strong vote out of the Senate on their Farm Bill.
All right. Well, Andrew, as always, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. American Farm Bureau Director of Congressional Relations, Andrew Walmsley, joining us from the Washington, D.C.